beliefs are not born fully formed. They emerge quietly over time as life moves through us. So, take a breath here. Let yourself arrive as we begin to explore the inner world, to recognize and repattern long-held beliefs. Every experience leaves an imprint, not as a fact but as a meaning, and meaning, repeated often enough, becomes belief. This experience, right now, is leaving an imprint. Beliefs are simply the agreements we make with reality when we were still learning how the world works. They are shaped by what we saw, what we heard, what we were rewarded for, what we learned to avoid. As you listen, notice how your body responds. No need to interpret these words. Simply notice them, passing over you like a wave. Over time, the belief agreements you've made turn into values. Values become identities. Identities are formed and reinforced with those around us. These identities shape our future, not because they are true, but because they are familiar. When we get tense, when we stay defensive, when we hold to an identity stronger than our soul, we no longer grow. We must relax. Let your shoulders soften slightly. Unclench your jaw and hear this. Familiarity often feels like safety, even when it limits us. Presence is the great interrupter. When we slow down, even slightly, the momentum of old patterns weakens. The mind stops racing ahead to protect what it already knows. And in that pause, something else becomes available. Awareness. Take another slow breath. Presence creates space. And space is where new neural pathways form. Not through effort, not through force, but through attention. What we bring consciousness to begins to reorganize itself. Notice the simplicity of that. This is why speed reinforces the past, and stillness reveals choice. When you slow down, you begin to notice how simple most patterns are. A thought followed by a reaction. A feeling followed by a story. A story followed by a decision. Once seen, a pattern no longer has to run out ahead of you and keep carving the same path. You have new choices. Watch as the power of knowing you have choices settles within you. A warm glow, a hug. Everything outside of you is meant to be limited. Time, roles, systems, structures, bodies, circumstances. These limits are not punishments. They are containers. They give shape to experience and bring a rich life filled with so many sensations. We can breathe that in and feel the body able to contain you. You are held. Everything inside of you is meant to be expansive. Your awareness has no edge. Your capacity to perceive, imagine, and create is not bound by form. Your inner world contraction showing up for you? What creation is ready to come through you? Where are you being called to expand your beliefs? Limiting beliefs begin to contract when they are unconscious and ready to shift. They expand when they are seen and released. Values become rigid when they are assumed without invitation or examination. They become liberating when chosen consciously and applied with precision and intentionality. This is where creative flow emerges. And when energy once used to maintain old agreements is finally freed, you may feel that as lightness, or space, or quiet. This is the essence of creative connections, not becoming something new, but releasing what no longer needs to be carried. As you listen, allow what resonates to land. What doesn't can pass through. No effort required. You are not here to force change. You are here to notice. And in noticing, repatterning happens naturally. Take one more breath. The outside world will always offer constraints. That is its function. Your inner world was designed for movement, curiosity, and expansion. As you return to your day, choose wisely which one you will source from.